Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's have some crafty fun. Stay tuned. So yesterday we made these awesome, absolutely awesome skinny mini notepads, and they are just so stinking cute. And when you have something that is so adorable and so stinking cute, you need a really awesome way to present it and to show it off. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to place these in the most fabulous holder. And here it is, guys. This holder is absolutely adorable. It is custom made to hold 3 of these notepads, and I will link the notepad video below so that in case you missed the notepad video but you are watching this one, you will have the exact dimensions of these notepads. But this will hold 3, and this is such a cute little piece. It's like a piece of furniture, actually. It is adorable, super easy to make, and it will make your notepads stand out, whether or not you set them out on your desk to pull out when you need to use one, whether or not you gift them or you sell them. But you, my friends, will be making a real statement when you make this project, no matter what the reason, season, or gender is that you're making it for. Let's get started. So here is what we're going to need for today's project. And guys, before we get started, this is going to be, as are all of my videos, super awesome projects. And I would love it if you would watch this video from beginning to end, because it really helps me out with YouTube. It really helps my report card with YouTube. Yes, they do grade us. So if you can watch this video, all of it, I would most certainly appreciate it. And I hope that the hum of my air conditioner doesn't interfere with the quality of this video, because it is awfully hot here today. It is 88 degrees, and I would not be able to sit out in this building without that air conditioner going. So let's go over what we're going to need for this project. I have 2 really mini pieces, and they are 5/8 by 1/2 of an inch. You'll need 2 of those. Then I have a piece that measures 7 1/8 by 2. You'll need 1 of those. I have a piece that measures 7 1/8 by 1 1/2. You will need 1 of those. And you will need 1 piece of 7 1/8 by 5-inch chipboard. And these are the chipboard pieces that you'll need. Then we have our paper. So the liner piece that I'm using measures 6 7/8 by 8 1/2. Then I have my main cover piece that measures 8 1/2 by 10. And then I have a piece of scrap that I will be using to cover these little minis. And the paper that I'm using is Graphic 45, and it's the Farmhouse collection. And that is the paper that I used on the notepad, so we'll also be using this for the holders as well. And I have double-sided tape on the back of all of my chipboard pieces. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our main piece, and I want this to be the outside. So we're going to take our main piece, and I am going to place down my chipboard that already has double-sided tape on it, and I use a medium weight chipboard, and I am just going to place this down, giving me some even spacing here, even spacing here and here. Then I'll take the piece that measures 7 1/8 by 1 1/2, and I am going to place that down, giving myself about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And then I have my 7 1/8 by 2-inch piece, and I'll place that down last, again giving myself about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And now I'm going to take my stylus and just run it along the edges of the chipboard, bearing down on the paper, so that I can get just a little score on this, and that will help when trying to fold it. It will help minimize the cracking. And now that we've done that, we can take this, stand it up, and just kind of fold over those edges. Once we have the edges folded, we are going to miter cut all 4 corners. And then once we have those corners mitered, I am going to use my tape runner, place tape on these, and fold them over. Then I'll use my bone folder to make sure I have it stuck down. And then I'll go along the edges to make sure that everything is nice and tight. And see guys, even sometimes I don't do the best job of mitering, but this is one of those times when I'm not going to let it bother me, because we can always go back and fix this by using some distress ink to age our project a little bit. So now I'm going to take my liner piece and I'm going to put that down just like that, and it goes like this because this is the top. So I chose this beautiful farm scene print and I love it. So now what I need to do is I need to line the chipboard portion of this with tape, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have my tape down on the board, and all I'm doing is taking my glue and placing it on my liner piece. Then I'm going to take the liner, make sure I've got it going in the right direction, and I am going to place that down on the board. Then I'll use my paper towel to get this stuck. Don't you just love this farmhouse collection? I am a big fan of country style crafting, especially with country papers, and this is right up my alley. Okay, so once we have our paper down, we're going to go ahead and find our spine and just make sure that you get it nice and defined. So I am going to just really go in the groove with my bone folder because I want my spine to be very crisp, and then I'll find the other one and I'm going to do the same thing again. So I am just going inside and making sure that I'm working this. Now I am going to take a break really quick because I want to share something with you guys. I want to share with you that in the description box I am going to start placing a link to my website. You might want to go out there from time to time and periodically throughout the day, because I'm never going to tell you when, but from time to time these projects, along with other projects that I may not have shown to you, will be on the website. Most of the time these projects are going to be on the website for free. Some cases they'll be on the website for free and you pay the shipping. However, that's going to require you to spend some time on the website just checking it out every now and then, and who knows, one day you might be out there, and if you run across something that says free, totally free, you don't even pay shipping, it's real. So you can put it in your cart, check out, and grab it. I may have a day where I have 3 of those. I may have a day where I only have 1, but I will start doing this periodically. So make sure you check out the link, bookmark it, and from time to time just go out there and check. All right, back to the project. So now we have this, and you can see that we have got the makings of our little holder. What I'm going to do is set it to the side, bring in my scrap, and then bring in my pieces that measure 5/8 by 1/2, and I am simply going to cut off some of this scrap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece that measures 5/8 by 1/2 inch, and I am going to place this down just like this, and then I'll remove my excess paper. So I'll trim down, and then I'll come back and I'll flare out, and that just makes it easier for the fold over. And then I'll take some glue, put it on this, stand this up, and fold it over just like that. And now I can remove all of the excess paper. So now I have my 2 little pieces, and all I'm going to do is take some glue and I am going to place glue on the 2 short sides, and that's it. Okay, so I have added my glue, and now I am going to take this and I am going to slide it in, bringing it down to wherever I want it to be, and then I'll squeeze in my side, and I need to get this straightened. So I'll just maneuver that until I have it nice and squared. And you want to make sure that you don't bring your little piece in too far, because you've still got to get the books in. So I'm coming in about 1/16 of an inch on the side, and I came down about 1/2 inch from the top, and you can see that that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to hold this for a moment until it sets up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and place this piece in using the same technique that I did on the other one. So I am going to place it in, coming down about 1/2 inch. I'll position it, and then I'll hold it in place just like this, and then I can slide it around if I need to, but I am pretty happy with the positioning of this, so I am going to hold it in place until it sets up. Alright guys, so our box is dry enough for me to start working with it, and I am going to use some ephemera pieces from the Farmhouse collection. And by doing an internet search, you might be able to find this collection because it's a fairly recent collection and you should be able to get your hands on it. But I did want to say something really quick. I have been paper crafting for over 35 years, and some of my paper collections, my embellishment collections, as well as the tools that I use, can be quite old and maybe out of print, out of date, or might not even be in production anymore. So when I use something, it's not to show off what I have. I'm using it because it's good for my craft, and I'm using it because it makes my project look better, and I'm using a particular paper, not because it's out of publication and you guys can't get it, but because it's the paper that I happen to like at that moment. So unfortunately, I've been getting quite a few nasty comments about using things that you guys don't have access to. What I'm doing with all of my crafting really is a blueprint. I don't expect what you make to mirror the look of what I'm making. I would expect that you would want to choose your own papers in most cases and your own embellishments. But unfortunately, I do get these comments all too often. But today I had a comment that has gone all through me, and as I'm putting this together, it's still playing in my head. And it pretty much accused me of doing just that, using what I know that you guys can't use because I think I'm special. And that is just so not the truth. So when I say I'm using an old vintage paper, or something is out of print or isn't on the market anymore, that's because it simply isn't on the market anymore, and I happen to be using that particular paper. There is no nefarious reason going on. It's simply that. If I didn't want you guys having access to the things that I have access to, would I be on YouTube sharing everything that I share? No, I would not. So all I would ask is that if ever I say that something's not available anymore, or out of print, or I don't know if you can find it, that's all that I know. And I would encourage you, if you want to go out and do an internet search, please turn to the internet, because I won't be able to help you get that paper or get that tool. I can only direct you back. So I just wanted to say that really quick, because that really bothered me, that someone would think that I would actually not want to share what I have and what I know. Okay, so now I've said that, and I'm really sorry that I had to take a little dark turn, but it was just eating me up, and I just felt like I needed to get it off my chest. But we are going to place down this awesome little piece of chipboard ephemera that says Fresh Style, and I am going to use some glue on this, and I'm going to keep my embellishments on this very simple, which is what I tend to do most of the time. Sometimes I will layer and layer, but most of the time I am a minimalist when it comes to my embellishments. I am just going to take a couple of my pearls and place them down just as an accent. Just as an accent. And then I have this piece that says Fresh Style, and I want to place that right up here. And I am going to be covering up some of the fresh eggs and most of the Bless This Farm, but I like how this looks, so I am going to place that up here. Just like that, and I absolutely love that. I truly love how that looks. I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit. So I am going to flip it over to the back side, and I am going to pull off one of the strips from my ephemera sheet, and I am going to take that and just place it across the back. So I am going to take this one that says "This is my happy place" and place it down right there, and that just gives me a really cute look to the back of my project. I really don't like to put labels on the actual projects themselves. I'll put a label on my bags and maybe on the bottom of a box if I make one to house a gift, but I don't put my label on the project because I think sometimes it can take away from it. So as I did on this one, I placed feet on the bottom, so I am going to place some little feet on the bottom of this one, and I am going to place it down with my reptile glue. And I'll place some glue on this one. And I'm going to place it right over here. And then because I don't have very much room, I am going to place the other one there and the other one there, so they'll actually sit sort of like an old Queen Anne piece of furniture. So I am going to go ahead and place these feet, let them dry, and then I'll be right back. All right guys, so our feet are dry, and I have to say this is absolutely stunning, and I wanted to show you how I position the feet so that you'll know how to position yours when you make it as well. So I put the two front feet in the front, then I took the two in the back and just moved them in a little bit, but still faced them going out, and you can see that there really is a very, very cute look. So I'm going to turn it back over, and you can see just how pretty this is, how elegant it is, and it really does sit up very nicely and makes a great little statement. So I am going to take the books that I've already made. I haven't made the books for this set yet, but I'm going to, because I think that this little set is worthy of its own books. So you can see just how gorgeous that is and how snugly our books fit. And like I said, you want to make sure that you don't put these side pieces in too far. Go in about 1/16 of an inch on both sides, and then you'll have something that turns out like this, where it looks like the wraparound was just created with the books already there, and it's a perfect, perfect fit. So guys, I hope that you have liked this. I am going to bring in the other one, and I have taken out the books from that one and put it in this one. But I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.